Yo, YouTube, Heavy Metal Noise here with you. Wanted to make you a video on a couple of questions that I've been asked and give you a little advice on some future plans for those of you who are kind of wondering, and I'll get into that in just a second. Want to thank you all for stopping by, taking a couple of minutes out of your day to watch my video. Appreciate that. Hopefully you like the information I'm about to give you and motivate you and keep doing what you're doing, okay? So let's get started. First off, I got asked by a fellow coworker of mine who I've actually he's gotten into stacking relatively small, but he's working his way up. Had a couple of questions for me, and I thought I'd share them with you guys. He says, he asked me, what is your end game in this? You know, silver coins are cool, and, you know, we spend a lot of money, or in my case, I've spent a little more money than he has. Well, what is your end game? Because that money is just gone, right? You know, basically, not in those exact words, but in so many words, you know, the money's kind of gone for these really nice coins that you get. Well, for me, I advised him to go on YouTube and watch some of the videos, a lot like mine and others who are far more into the game than me, have been doing a little longer than me. And it says, one thing you'll find most of us all have in common, the end game is it preserves wealth, right? For instance, this. This is a Canadian maple leaf. Beautiful coin. It's real money. It really is money. And I paid, on average nowadays, you'll pay roughly, if you can find it on sale, $21, $22. Well, you're taking that fiat paper money, and all you're doing, it's not gone. It's not gone. You just put it into something solid that won't ever lose. How would you say? I don't want to say it won't ever lose value because, you know, the manipulators in the market make it go up and down. But the end game is we have faith in this as opposed to a currency through all history. The Roman Empire, no matter who it is, the British Empire, have all lost their powers. Every nation, the most powerful of nations, have all collapsed at one point or another, along with their currencies. And this has been around, depending on what your belief system is, whether it be, you know, Christianity, God, whatever, you know, even if you don't. It's been around for thousands of years, and it has so been used as money. Okay, the values of them have obviously gone up since we've gone into this monetary system. But actually, it hasn't. Come to think of it. If you think about a gram back in the old days, a full day's work, you know, whatever that case may be, labor, full day's work of labor could be paid in a gram of silver. And that went a long ways back then. So you're not losing your money. You're just putting it in something that will maintain value against that paper. It's just reassurance. That's all it is. And so he also asked me, moving on from that, if that explained it, I hope it did. If it didn't, leave a comment down below, and I'll try and explain it more in depth, or I'll make another video if you need, because it's pretty simple, but I'm not the greatest with words sometimes. So let me know if you have any further questions about that. I'd be more than happy to tell you. But another question he asked me is, well, when I accumulate silver and I want to kind of diversify, which I highly encourage, I actually have been looking around to diversify myself. He goes, what if I want to put my silver into gold? The GSR rating is what he was talking about. Well, it's interesting. The GSR, gold to silver rating, is the ratio, I should say not rating, ratio, is deceiving. I'm not quite positive of what it is as of today, but it's been hovering around 100, 102, you know. I mean, we even got up to 125 not very long ago. And that means it would take 100, for instance, 100 to 1 gold to silver ratio. 100 ounces of silver to equal 1 ounce of gold. Okay. So to address that, I told him, I says, well, do a little bit of research. I did some research on it myself because I'm interested in it. into maybe one day doing it just a little bit. I do really believe in silver, so I don't want to go overboard with it, because I do believe that ratio will come down, and then you're gonna be like, man, if I would have just waited, I could have got a bigger bang for my buck. But like I said, let's use 100 ounce 100 gold to silver ratio. Like I said, that's 100 ounces of silver to 1 ounce of gold, right? You can, the research that I did, you can actually go on, what I did was SD Bullion. Great company. They don't sponsor me or anything like that, but it's where I did my research, and it's the best ones that I've been able to find yet. I'm not saying that there's not any others. Do some further research if you want to try out all aspects. APMEX, JM Bullion, you know, whatever suits for you. But obviously you're going to want to get the biggest bang for your buck, what I'm leading into here. SD Bullion will buy, say for instance, this maple leaf. As of right now, I believe it was $1.50 over spot back from you, okay? So, and they'll do your rounds as well. I believe the rounds were 50 cents over spot they would give you per coin. And bars were 70 cents. These other ones, I'm not quite sure. I'd have to actually talk to them, because they're a little more of a collector's, and they hold a premium, of course, but they're more of a collector's editions, and I'm not quite sure on what they would say about that. You can call them, and you want to tell them, okay, I want to sell my silver bullion coins to you, or bars, whatever the case may be, and say, this would be my best guess, okay? I haven't done it yet because I'm not ready to do it just yet, but this is what I'm assuming. A best educated guess is you tell them that you want to convert your silver to gold, okay? Now, talking on that, I think what may happen is you would have to sell them your coins, and they would issue the payment, and then make arrangements to, they would just hold that payment, and maybe along the lines of they would send you a gold coin in exchange for you to send, or obviously most places ain't going to work like this, but you would probably send off your silver. Maybe they would issue the payment and then redirect it into the ounce of silver, the gold. As opposed to putting 100 ounces of your silver into an ounce of gold, you would get a bigger bang for your buck selling your Silver Eagles, which are purchasing $3.50 over spot. This is a maple leaf, obviously, but if you do the math, however many that it equals up to the amount of whatever the ounce of gold that you're purchasing is at that time. Generally, the last time I checked in what inventory I have, I could roughly give a seller, or a dealer, about 79 to 85 ounces of silver, as opposed to the full 100 for the premium coins that I carry in my inventory, So it's a great tool to use. You don't just absolutely got to go all out. Okay, here's 100 ounces. Give me an ounce of gold. It doesn't work like that. Most places will cash you out. Then you repurchase it, for tax reasons and government laws, whatever the case may be. Get the money for your silver, your premium coins especially. You'll get the bigger bang for it, and you'll undercut that GSR. Save yourself maybe 15 ounces of silver and keep building your stack with that as you so forth go. And you can do it again later. Maybe premiums go up, maybe they go down, but it's all the risk that we take. If you really wanted an ounce of gold, I told him, it's a chance we all take. And it's a chance I'm going to take. Maybe not today or tomorrow, but it is coming up, because I would like to diversify a little bit more. And you can even purchase the grams. I advise a gram, because you're going to be paying, doing the math, a premium on silver. A little bit more than you would gold right now, believe it or not. And so, I believe, because I did some research on it, American Silver Eagles, you're paying them roughly around 28 to 32% over the spot price. You look into a gram, or even a quarter ounce, 10th ounces of gold, it's the best buy. It really is. You're going to pay roughly around 20%. Yeah, it's more money up front. You're going to pay more, but you're not going to give more out of your wallet for the premium as you would individual little coins like this, okay? So, depending on what your budget is, it's a great way to go. But as far as the gold to silver ratio, definitely take that advice I gave you. You don't have to just kill off 100 ounces. Sell first. Do the math. Look up, like I said, SD bullion. Lay out your inventory and add it up to whatever the spot price of gold is on that day that you're deciding to go ahead and give it a shot. And you'll save yourself a lot of ounces over the long run in your silver and keep on stacking it to build more, as opposed to throwing more away at it. If that makes sense. I got some more orders on the way. I'll share those with you, but these were some questions, and I figured, man, there's other people that have these questions, and maybe I'll address it with all of you, okay? I appreciate you once again stopping by. If you like what you saw, hit that like button, share it with your friends, leave a comment down below if there's something you want to talk about that you'd like me to address. If I didn't explain something that you maybe didn't understand, leave that below, and I'll try and address it the best I can with you and explain it more in depth, okay? So I'm going to get on out of here. I got some stuff to do. This is Heavy Metal Noise. Have a great day. Bye.